Hello Internet. We're going to kick off another rifle build to go along with all my other rifle builds that are in different states of completion. But this one's going to be a bit different. Now the reason I'm doing this particular build is that over the last several years I've had quite a few people come and talk to me or email, ring about trying to shoot long range gongs on a budget. Now I'm not talking competition, I'm talking just go out, have fun at one of the gong shoots and shoot some long range steel. Now some of these guys don't have a lot of money. They've got young kids, single income families. Irrespective of their situation, can they shoot long range? So I've been thinking about this for a long time, and I did do a budget build a couple of years ago with the Bagara, but that still amounted to well over $3,000. So for so many people that's just not affordable. So I sort of scratched my head back and forth how I was going to do this and what sort of budget I'd set. So what I came up with was $1,000 for rifle, scope, rings, any machining, everything, excluding ammunition, reloading, componentry. And so a big part of that was choosing the rifle. So I looked at Mossbergs and so a lot of the lower range stuff. And what I ended up coming up with was this Zastava in 270 Winchester. I picked it up second hand for $400. It's not what I'd normally pick at all, especially the caliber. But I think it represents the average guy's gun that he might have inherited from his father or picked up cheap from an estate sale, or just it's what he could afford. So this is what I went with. Now I'm going to be reloading for it because most of the ammo's got terrible BC and stuff, so I will be playing with like some Sierra or Berger projectiles. We'll cover that at a later date, but I will be trying to get a high BC target round built for it. Now this is not hunting, okay, this is shooting steel plates, so if you're worried about hunting, this is the wrong video for you. Anyway, so I've gone with the Zastava. What I'll be doing with this is I'll be bedding it, stabilising the stock, because this is the terrible Hogue stock that is quite floppy. I'll be threading it and I'll be putting a muzzle brake on. I'm going to actually, the machining won't cost me anything, but I'll work it in as part of the cost as $1,000 to represent the true cost of building it. I'll either build or buy a Chinese muzzle brake. Same thing, and I'll work that cost in. Now, one thing this rifle already has, and I'll try and work it into the price also, is it has one of the Mauser Timney triggers. They run about $120. That's just luck of the draw. I didn't even realise I had it until I pulled the rifle apart this morning. So, what does a rifle need? Bar machining. I'm going to have to do something with the bases. These bases on it are two different heights. So give you all sorts of problems. I'm going to try find an EDG 20 MOA rail for it. Not always the easiest. They don't always bring a lot of them in for the small rings. So yeah, muzzle brake, bed and stabilised stock, 20 MOA base, and the trigger's already done. So that's that part. The other plan is, so I've got to be able to dial out the distance. So what I already have is this Citron SIH TAC 4 to 12 to 40. So it's got about 70 minutes of internal elevation, so that should give me more than enough with a 20 MOA base to at least theoretically dial out to the distances we want. I've got some worn rings here. Now I picked this up second hand several years back for $250. So I'll work that into the price as well. There's other options. You can go to the Bushnell AR series, but again, lower end scopes, they're not always going to dial as consistently as you might want. But for the budget, we've got to use what we can use. So this is what I'll be going with. The worn rings run about $100, 120. But again, I'll try and work that into my price and keep it sub $1,000. So those will go in there, and then some cant obviously, but I think it'll be achievable. It'll be a little bit of work. There'll be a little bit of quite a few hours put into the stock to try and stop it wiggling so much, and I'll try squeeze. Realistically, I just want MOA accuracy. If I put 5 shots in an inch, that's well good enough for anything up to a K on steel, and chasing more, I'm just using up really limited time. So I've got to get some dies, I've got to get some bullets, powder. I've got a whole heap of brass, and I've got Winchester brass, and I've got Federal brass. I'll have a read up and a weigh up and see what I prefer to use there. But I think that's about it. So if it's something you're interested in, follow along. I know for a lot of you guys, it's, you know, these are old rifles for fuds who can't shoot past 50 metres, but we're going to try shoot further with it, and to show you don't need to be wealthy to shoot a long way. That's the idea anyway. I might fail, it might not work in the slightest, but it'll be fun, and I'm not going to sink a lot of money into it. And at the end of it, to be honest, I'll probably build the rifle and sell it, because I don't actually have a need for it.